What's going on, you guys? Team Toon Rose, and we're back at you with another video. You know who I am, Kami. Accompanying me, as always, Jack. And accompanying us today, Trippy. Guys, how we doing today?
What's going on?
What's up?
And as you guys see from the title of the video, we are doing the Punk Agents.
Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed. But I keep my head down, cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me, cause it's my conquest. And I'm never gonna rest, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over, cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. To the point I throw up. And if you cross me, it was good to know ya. I'm impatient, I don't ever slow up. I stay young, no, I never grow up. I keep working to the point I throw up. And if you cross me, it was good to know ya. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not the type to take no for an answer. I don't deal with people that are like a cancer. No, instead I hang with the people that enhance ya. And I'm not the type to give out second chances. I just wanna work on my own for myself. I don't need no help, not anybody else. Nah, man, I got it dealt. I'm working on my wealth and I'm working on my health. Keep on working to excel, cause I'm working on myself, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over, cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. Yeah. Somewhere. As long as I'm conscious, I'll be working hard to get there. I am not a novice, I'm gonna be the best, so prepare. Cause you know I'm honest and I'm coming for you, be scared. Man, I promise that I'm gonna make it somewhere. As long as I'm conscious, I'll be working hard to get there. I am not a novice, I'm gonna be the best, so prepare. Cause you know I'm honest and I'm coming for you, be scared. Y'all already know. Yeah. That's right.
Alrighty then, game one, hand one with the punks. Here we go. Rocking an effect failure with the agent of Mystery Earth, Ash Blossom, No Punk Z Amin, and the Sanctuary of Paris something. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Alright, Trippy, so break it down for me. Why did you want to do this deck?
First off, the Sanctuary of Parshath, as you can see from the deck profile, is not in this deck anymore. It's because I forgot to add the card E-Telly. And I took this card out to put E-Telly in for the free level 3 summon of a Psychic monster. Yeah, you're just gonna, with this replay, you're gonna see a lot more of the agent stuff with kind of some of the punk stuff splashed in. This deck is really combo heavy. You don't always see the lines that you can go into, but if you sit there and think about it, what cards you could play after you play certain cards, you can do some really crazy shenanigans with this deck. as you can see right here, I'm going to be able to end on a pretty crazy board off of my turn 1.
Okay. So, but why did you want to do the punk deck?
Actually, I really wanted to do an agent deck, but and the Punk agent deck actually topped a recent YCS in the TCG, and I thought, since I already wanted to do an agent deck, why not just do one that is actually pretty relevant right now? Along with that, we just got a whole bunch of the agent support cards, the new agent support rather, in the recent weeks, along with the Punk archetype itself within the last couple months. So, it's a fresh take on the agents, and it's kind of bringing them back to a competitive place, which we haven't seen since probably like 2012.
Yeah, I would say you don't really see a lot of things going on with agents. Oh, and they just went ahead and scooped. All right. Yeah, you don't really see a lot of things going on with agents nowadays.
And I think you're going to see more agent strategies splashed in with other fairy type strategies outside of just being Punk nowadays because of the new support.
Okay. So let's see what else this deck can do in game. All right, game 2, hand 2. Let's look at it. Okay, so you said that you, oh, okay, that's a different card. Never mind. So you're rocking the Agent of Life Neptune. That is the new agent support card that Master Duels has released. Got a Max C. Love to see it. Another Punk card and 2 Sacred Waters. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. All right. Now we did touch up on the fact that the agents have been seeing a lot of play. The fact that they just got a recent win, in the TCG is freaking huge. Because, like you said, agents haven't been around since about 2012, 2013.
They've been around actually much longer than that. I would say. I think they probably came out and debuted as an archetype probably like late 2010, maybe late 2009. But it took us to get really into the synchro era of Yu-Gi-Oh for the agents to really shine because Mystic Shrine Ball actually it's a bunch of free level 2s and you can do a lot of synchro stuff with that.
Yeah, but after the synchro era, they didn't really get any more support. That's why I'm saying about 2013 is when they just couldn't keep up with the competition. Because with the introduction of the early XZ cards, the agents just couldn't handle it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were still good back then, but I'm glad to see that they're finally getting some new support, which they have needed for so many years on now. And like you said, with their whole them being able to run with other fairy type decks is even more insane. Yeah.
Because I mean, as we've seen before with Diviner and Ava and stuff like that, if you want to add those cards to it, you get a lot of good small synergies and stuff like that can pop off, and really you can end on some crazy boards. I've had times where I've also shoved the DPE engine into this deck, just as an added layer of. I don't know, if I don't see certain cards and I can't end on a crazy board, I more often than not can end on a Verte Anaconda and a DPE, which is crazy in and of itself.
Or, you just draw into a Fusion Destiny.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so the boss monster right here is actually kind of crazy because I like to use this card on my first turn if I'm going second, because then that's when I can actually interfere with my opponent's board, because it bounces cards back to hand depending on, I believe, how many level 3 psychics were used in it or something like that. And then on top of that, I can get a free special summon as well of a level of a psychic tuner. So
yeah, they say the Punk Dragon is strong card. It is one.
There's a lot. This deck is really crazy. Like I said, there's been a lot of times when I'm playing the deck, and I'm like, man, I could probably end it on even a crazier board if I would have thought it out just a bit more. But man, the combo lines of this deck just get crazy. I was playing Jack earlier, just some friendly matches, and there was a couple times I just had to sit there and think about what I could do, and in relation to what the actual best play is, I guess.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard to see. It's really hard to see because with synchros you have to play with levels a lot. It's not just make 2 of the same level go into an Xyz. It's not just summon a few monsters, and then go into a link. You really got to know what how many levels you're using and stuff like that. What you can go into based off.
Well, in this day and age of Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're not thinking that way, you're playing the game wrong. It seems like, because playing a couple cards and then passing is just not how things work. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the Punk Agents deck. I have to say, I really like seeing Agents coming back, and with the Punk mechanic coming into it as well, it's a very strong deck. I'm really glad to see Agents outside of Heralds, like, or like outside of like Herald of Ultimus and whatnot, because that's the only time I ever really seen the Agents.
Yeah.
So Trippy, my good sir, I have to applaud you for the deck that you've made. This is an amazing deck. I like it.
Yeah, it's a really fun deck. You can actually this is another deck that you can I could foresee you probably getting into those higher platinum and diamond tiers with if you play your cards right. Like I said, it's a lot of careful comboing and a lot of like you have to get certain cards at a certain time kind of things, or certain cards at a certain time kind of thing. But man, I'm not gonna say it almost plays itself. But you can almost find a really good play with most of the cards that you draw into or have in your hand. Like,
right.
I don't brick a lot with this, and if I do, it's because I draw like a lot of spells and traps or hand traps and stuff, and I don't actually have a play, but I have responses to my opponent's plays. That's the only major issue. As you can see, this is a 42 card deck. The reason why it's 42 cards is mostly because I shoved the DPE engine in here, and also because I do not like my opponent's effects. I put 3 copies of Imperm and an Effect Veiler in here. For that reason. If you go second and you don't have a great hand, drop an Imperm and it doesn't matter most of the time. If you can stop a good starter or an extender. So,
Jack, my good sir, I know you also ran a somewhat kind of version of the Agents before. How does this, how do you like Trippy's deck?
I like this deck a lot. I played a few of the Agent cards. I think they're just being Venus and Moonball in the Herald of Perfection deck that we did. But yeah, I thought the Punk Agent was super cool when it came out. I advocated for Trippy to really try out the Punk style of the Agent deck, and I'm very glad to see of how strong it actually is.
Yeah, I would say, like I said before, it's the mechanic of the Punks and Agents. I like seeing it. It's a very strong combo, and I think you could probably slip either the Agents or the Punks into another deck and make another deck stronger. But I do think these two archetypes work very good together.
I think that's why these two decks have melded so well together, because they capitalize, or how do I say this? They neutralize each other's weaknesses, but capitalize on each other's strengths.
Yeah, I'd say that about that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like the video. If you haven't yet, comment down below. And hey, while you're here, you might as well subscribe. It's free, helps us out, lets you guys get notified when we upload the juiciest content to YouTube. And with all that said, you guys, I'm Kami, he's Jack, along with Trippy. We are Team Toon Rose, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.
See you.
Ring bell.
I'ma blow up.